Hi everyone, it's Charmaine again. First of all, I want to thank everyone who checked out my first YouTube video regarding how fibromyalgia has affected me, and you all also have given me the courage to do a weekly video blog about my struggle with fibro, which is an everyday continued struggle. Today I am in what I call one of my costumes, which is one of my many wigs. I do try to wear a wig most of the time, depending on if it's too hot or too cold. I have many different styles of wigs, many colors, many textures. So on a decent day, which today would be considered a decent day, my pain level is at like a 5. My fatigue level is more like a 10. For some reason I'm really fatigued today, but things have to get done. Food shopping has to get done, dinner has to get cooked, so I have to get myself together. And part of switching into my quote-unquote costume is picking out which wig I should wear for today. And it's for this reason I bring up one of the things we fibromites don't like to hear is, wow, you don't look sick. When I go out the house with my wig or one of my wigs on and having to go food shopping, people are like, how can she be sick? She looks fine. Oh, she walks with a cane, but, she looks great. But they only knew. Just because I look fine on the outside and I'm able to muster up a smile to hide the pain doesn't mean I'm not hurting. I just don't complain about it. I can't complain about it. No one understands in my household. So I try to muddle through the best way I can. I got up this morning, helped my husband off to work, went back to sleep, got back up, took my medication, showered, dressed. I'm already exhausted just from taking a shower, lotioning down, and getting dressed, and putting on one of the easiest wigs I could find to put on. I'm still tired, but I still have to go to the market, and I still have to go food shopping. And when people see me out the house, they question, well, wow, I saw you and you look great. You didn't think anything was wrong. Well, once again, I can't go out looking like I'm about to kill over because stuff needs to be done. Of course, on my really bad days, I could care less how I look, and I don't even leave my room, let alone my house. So I would consider today to be a medium day where I have some energy to get things done because they have to get done, but I'm still exhausted. No matter how many cups of tea or anything I drink, I still feel like I can just fall asleep at any time, and that's part of the chronic fatigue that you deal with this illness. A lot of people shared with me that they have recently been diagnosed with a chronic illness, either MS or lupus or even with fibro. And I thank you for saying that I'm giving you strength, but I'm just telling you my life. The strength comes from within you and from the Lord above. I just hope that I can encourage you not to give up and to listen to your doctors, even if it means changing your whole lifestyle, which is what I had to do, down from my diet to how I sleep to how I get things done. Listen to your doctors. Complain to people who know how you feel. Join a support group. join a support group, join a support group. It doesn't have to be something that you have to go to, because once again, with MS you have fatigue, and other chronic illnesses you have fatigue. It's something you can do online. I belong to 3 or 4 online fibro support groups, and they help. You are surrounded by people who are dealing with the same issues that you are doing, and you get to complain, and they understand. There's no better thing than being around like-minded people, so you don't have to be ashamed or embarrassed or sound like you're a whiner. Having a chronic illness is painful, and it's forever, hence the word chronic. It's not going to go away, and eventually your family's going to get tired of you complaining about it. But you know, people who have the same illness you do, they'll never get tired of you complaining. They'll never tell you to shut up and just deal with it, because they understand, because they are going through it. Some of my closest and best allies are on my Fibro support groups. I thank God for them all the time, because without them, 1, I would have never did the first video, and 2, I would be in such a dark place, because there would be no one to talk to and to understand. So please, if you've just been diagnosed with any type of chronic illness, find a support group online. There are so many. And you can just do a simple Google search, do for lupus or MS, and 95% of those support groups are online. And if you feel like you want to go to an actual meeting, then you can find a meeting to go to. The most important thing is go. One of the most common things with a chronic illness is depression and isolation, because we don't feel we fit in. When I talk to people in my support group, I don't have that depression. I'm not saying that I'm never depressed, but it's not as severe as it could be. I don't feel alone. And that's my message for everyone out there today who's been dealing with their chronic illness for a long time, or you just got diagnosed. Please join a support group. Heck, subscribe to my YouTube page, because I'm going to be doing this every week, giving updates on how I'm doing. And some days I'm going to be doing well, and some days I'm not. And I'm not going to hold back how I feel. I want the world to see what living with fibro, in my case, and I always want people to understand this is my severity of fibro. Once in my last video, I did explain that fibro comes in very different forms and very different severity levels. My broadcast, my video blogs, everything has to do about my struggle with a very severe form of fibro. And if you want to subscribe to my page, I'm not looking to have 1 million views. I'm doing this to help myself, and hopefully to help anyone else out there who has fibro or any other chronic illness. We need to stick together. We need to be able to talk to each other. We need to be an outlet for each other, or we would just all go crazy, and you'll see people with chronic diseases just jumping off of the buildings because of the loneliness and isolation. I will get to the suicide factor with chronic diseases on another video blog, because that's a whole segment in itself. But Like I said before, if you've just been diagnosed, if you've had a chronic illness for years and you're not with a support group, join one. Do a Google search. I know there's a lupus support group online. There's, of course, many fibro support groups. There are MS support groups. And they're with people who have the same illness you do. And because I am a person of spiritual, I hate to say religion because I believe religion is man-made, but I have great faith in the Lord. And He's brought me through all these trials and tribulations with fibro. And even though I still have pain and I still take a whole lot of medicine and I'm still not where I used to be, I'm thankful that I'm not as bad as when I first got diagnosed. I'm thankful that my children are understanding my disease. I'm thankful that I have a wonderful support system with my fibro groups. And I'm thankful for everyone who looked at my first video. You have no idea how important that was to me. And for those who commented saying they didn't know how serious fibro can be, I'm glad I was able to enlighten you. And I hope I can continue to enlighten you. Because one way or another, I want my voice to be heard about this illness. Fibro is so under talked about. It's so under acknowledged that I just want to be a voice, not just for myself, but other people with this illness. Fibro fog moment, almost ran, couldn't think of what I wanted to say. But thank you again for everyone who watched the first video. Thank you for anyone who continues to watch the weekly video blogs of my progress. Comments are always welcomed, and I know when you put yourself out there on YouTube, you're going to have some negative ones, but negative or positive, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I want to thank all my friends and even people I haven't met yet. Thank you. God bless, and I'll talk to you next week.